Hey guys, welcome back to some more LA Noire and part 10 of our playthrough of the game. I just want to say at this point, big apologies for the background noise. I have got a vertical stand for my PS4 Pro that's got some fans that will cool it. It does get very, very hot, so they're actually essential. The fans, just to keep it nice and cool. So there's a slight buzz in the background when it's silent and what have you, but generally that's not going to be a problem. But a big thank you for all of the support so far. Sorry there wasn't an episode last Saturday. I was having me break of YouTube, as you guys know, and we now have the green screen, which isn't going to come into play much in this series, but it will come into play when I'm talking to you guys right at the start. I'm really enjoying this series, and make sure you go and check out the Splinter Cell series on Tuesdays and Fridays for more, you know, great games, if you like, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And yeah, let's get into this episode, this case, whatever you want to call it. Let's get into it.
Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, it's my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Right then, guys. Sorry about the little pop-up there. Let's go. Let's go and see what we can do.
Alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Phelps. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah, it means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
So hopefully you guys are good and still enjoying this series.
The 211 is shots fired, 410 South Flower Street. Units at
Oops.
3 identified.
Yeah, the views are very consistent on the series. It's not my most watched series, but I do enjoy doing it a lot, and you know, once a week is a nice amount to do for this game. And hopefully you guys enjoy that. Obviously they're much longer episodes than what I usually have on the channel, so I appreciate you guys that take the time to watch them.
I'll take you through.
So we have another naked woman. Oh, the joys.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Carruthers, Pinker.
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you. When you're ready.
The lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
That was really quite horrific.
Kiss the blood, BD. Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails.
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
You can't look at anything else on our own. Never mind. I think we're done
The
there.
evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered, naked.
Yeah. We know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Browne. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
What's that?
She
Tie?
took a blow to the head like the others. She was probably unconscious when strangled.
Don't think any of this is of any use, but we're getting a fair share of naked women in this game, aren't we? So apologies once again. This is a family-friendly channel, but I cannot promise that this game will be family-friendly at all times. But you know, most people that watch it should be mature enough to watch it and be alright about it.
May as well follow the trail.
So what's over here then? Is that a hat?
Antonia. Huh. Same as the library card.
Still more stuff to look at. What's this? Oh, that's a blood trail. Never mind. Is there anything behind the tree? Nope. I don't think any of this will be of any use. What about that? Nope. I'm struggling here. Unless there's someone else on our body, but I don't think there is. Unless there's anything else over here, is there? He's gone all the way down there. I guess there's just blood bleeding all the way, isn't there? Uh-huh. The shoe there. It's not what I want. I want the shoe.
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
Still more blood.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
It's a key.
House keys, strung up like bait on a hook.
It's not everything yet.
Somewhere.
Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
That's got to be a code or a cipher.
253. This is crazy. I don't remember this. I really don't remember this.
Where are you taking us?
So now we have to go up. Time to go. I always find it ridiculous how quickly he goes up these. There's more blood. So, into here.
Empty. Where is all of this meant to be taking us? Clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
There you go, Phelps. You got a new MO. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more confident. Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
Now up the pipe. This is ridiculous.
The trail points up.
This is ridiculous. But it's really creepy. I love it. Oh dear. That's a ring.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the significance?
Still more.
Looks as though the killer was decorating with this.
That's her bag. And there's the other half of the card.
Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Is that it? Yay! And it brings us back down to the ground as if it knew that I didn't want to have to do that. Let's make him drive.
You can drive.
So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this. That was certainly very weird, to say the least. But hopefully
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so
Find
there's a
out
husband we
what's
should be
going on.
looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting those.
I'm sure.
Yeah, Rusty's ways, eh? Always the same. It's always the husband. But I'm with Cole on this one. I think there's a serial killer on the loose. Alright then. So what was it again? 253, I think it was, wasn't it?
Wait just a moment. I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
Let's go.
Are we waiting for?
Shut up. Last room on the left, wasn't it? This looks a bit smoky, or is it just the window?
A smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
Don't go out there. What's this?
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
Anything else in here?
Charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
What's in here?
Okay, we have an address.
There we go. Good stuff. If you guys wanted to read that, then make sure you just pause it. I know. Do we go downstairs and talk to the woman? Maybe we do.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, detective. I'll do my best.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife that served me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar. She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This bar have a name?
El Dorado Bar. It's a Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
You've had a break-in?
No! That can't be true.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti. What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles. It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
What about her bracelet?
I don't know anything about a bracelet.
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
That thing? She never wore it. He gave it to her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Thanks, ma'am. You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
Oh, we got all them right
We can
there.
either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we could check out the El Dorado one.
I think we should go to the bar first. And then the husband after.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And
So
where
let's
exactly
go to
are
the
we going?
let's go to the bar. Let's do it. Yeah, I think getting all the evidence and asking them stuff before going there would be
I
good.
thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wives line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
Party members have reached the screen with subversive propaganda.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit strong actually what he said, and yeah, but it worked. It worked as Rusty said, and yeah, good stuff. I'm really enjoying this so far. It's good to be back on this game. I haven't played it in a couple of weeks now, so it is nice to play it and to get through these cases. And I know a lot of you guys are enjoying it, so thank you very much for that. Here we are then, El Dorado Bar.
What can I...
In Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. Oh, what did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was gonna show him.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
Did she attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
Fair enough.
He drove me up to Mulholland and we did some.
Is there anything we can look at over here? Or, I mean, there's no music, so I'm assuming we have to go over to that fruit market, wherever it is. So, yeah, we'll get him to go there. It doesn't look like we're finished at El Dorado Bar yet, but that's fine. Oh, it's only over there, isn't it? Oh.
Think there's anything to the divorce?
I've been through 3, Phelps. No big deal. After a while, you just numb yourself to the experience.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man. It would hurt his sense of who he is. He'd see himself as a failure. A woman taking control over his life?
Then she fronts him and he snaps. Works for me. That makes Angel a killer as well as a piece of shit.
He is classic. He really is. Oh dear. It shouldn't take too long to load. Right then.
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
Is that all we're doing?
Can you drive to this one?
Well, I'm guessing we're going to the Maldonado residence then. Very weird. Very weird how this has been set up, but I wonder if it's a DLC case. Maybe.
How about we drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
I don't know about this one. I really don't. Like, obviously we didn't get the little video at the start that shows them the murder. Well, here we go. Where are we going? It was 253, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. So I wonder. Well, let's see what the number on the door is. 201. So keep going.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
304, apparently.
Hey, what the fuck? LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Who's that guy? That was quite funny.
100 pounds of wine.
Pick your hat up.
Damn. They got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, goddammit! You think I'd kill my own wife?
Should get the whole place to going over, then talk to the neighbors. And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
I did think that was quite funny, actually.
Just picked Fruit Market. I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place. This will take some explaining.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
I know nothing more about their business.
I want a dog again. Ah, never mind.
No good. Nobody here.
Sorry about that. I'm playing with my kid.
LAPD, were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
That was terrifying. Oh dear.
Hello?
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well-executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
Right then. Time to go. Now where do we go? What's the question? Come on, sprint a bit, Cole. Oh dear.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine.
Just picked Fruit Market again. We'll go there and then cross over the road if we're not quite there yet.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in.
Come on, you. Hurry up, Rusty.
You can drive.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finis Browne urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
11K, en route.
So we're going to Central Station now. And not the one in Newcastle. Nobody's come up with that joke yet. It's probably because none of you is a true Northerners.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Tinker.
Let's follow him. He knows where to go. Time to go.
You're the reason brothers and sisters ship.
Is it this way? I think it might be in here.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Browne?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and type from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case. Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
This is
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you
Oh,
this lad
dear.
was a bright boy.
Sure, but what does it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Someone ought to take him home.
We got a stakeout down on 2nd later tonight.
Let's go and talk to him.
Proved her attitude, Angel.
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her, and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out, and I went out after her, and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford coupe.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
Looks like somebody broke into her room and stole her things there, too. Why'd you do it, Angel?
What the hell are you talking about? I was home with Hippolito.
I think they always meant to believe
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far, and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something, or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Hippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Time to go.
Seems like a nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail.
I swear, people are really creepy talking about Cole.
Can you drive to
Time
this
to
one?
go. Let's go to Just Picked Fruit Market. And then back to the El Dorado. And hopefully we're nearing conclusion of this case.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters, Browne and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
You know, I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. Have you seen the body? Fucking case just gnaws away at your guts. Hollywood. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted on the fucking sidewalk.
Interesting. And hopefully it'll be open this time. And it is. Rusty still lost his hat.
Just don't know how to dance to bebop.
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney, what can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She hadn't been back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
Mm. The range, apparently. What's out here? Jesus.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
There was a crowbar over here. That's blood.
I cut someone who was already dead.
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
That's a typewriter.
What are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Aha, aha, aha. It was 2. Now was it 5 or 3? I don't know. What was it on again? It was on dot pattern. 253. I should have trusted my instincts. I've been talking about that the whole time, haven't I? 2. Oops. 5. And 3. And there we go.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
He'll run. No doubt I'll have to drive.
God damn it, get after him, Cole!
Went the wrong way.
The fruit guy's getting away, Phelps.
Damn it. I don't know if we failed anything yet, but this could certainly be the start of it. Where did he go? Yeah, he escaped. Annoying. Sorry about that, guys. Just didn't know where he'd gone. And then once I realised it wasn't good. Anyway.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
So here we go. Second time lucky.
God damn it, get after him!
Time to go.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
I should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps. When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market. Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
He's a good driver. We'll put it that way.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it? There's no such thing as too perfect.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor, lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
It's a classic. It's a classic. Well, I think that's it then. Yeah. We've got all the clues. We answered one of the questions wrong. Everything else was pretty good, and we got 5 stars, which is fantastic. Given the size of Clem's stash, it was a wonder you didn't catch him red-handed at the El Dorado. Yeah, I guess we might have been able to, but never mind, that is where we are going to leave this episode. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you do leave a like down below. It really does. I feel like we've got a bit of a... Yes, we'll watch this
Why are the
first.
guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads. How can we fail? Skip with the Shadow leading the show. Who the fuck is the Shadow? Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming. You're sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Fair enough. But no, that's where we're going to leave it. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you do leave a like down below. It really does mean a lot for me. It really does help out the channel as well. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.